Hey everybody, this is Ken and Brandon, CCG Poker TV, Thursday night commentary, coming at you in contention with Thursday Night Football, which we actually named it Thursday Night Commentary first.
Right.
No, I don't think that's true.
Not at all.
It's alright. What is the Thursday night game tonight?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we'll check that later.
We'll figure that out.
It's football season, so Brandon's mind's all over the place.
Yep.
Thursday Night Commentary, Part 2 of the CCG Summer Saver. This was a massively fun event. It was the first time we ever did a main event kind of structure where we had multiple day ones. We actually did a Thursday day one, right?
Yep.
So day 1A on Thursday, 1B on Friday, and 1C on Saturday. It was like 120-something players, $240 buy-in. It was gross.
Yeah, I mean,
massive turnout.
Big time, yeah.
That was big time. Mo, our celebrity dealer, is up, and we're at part 2. So basically the first... is Nick going to actually raise? Because it would be the first time he's ever raised.
Limp.
Holy cow, what a start to part 2. He limped in
5 times.
Ace, Queen, Ace, Jack,
and then
Ace,
got away
9.
From it.
Yeah, and then folded, and then he gets the King, Queen of Diamonds. He must have heard us
Right.
or watched it from the...
Watched it
in the past or future.
Is it?
He traveled to the future, watched last week's commentary. He's like,
went back,
I gotta start raising. And then he 3X's it with the King, Queen suited, which is great.
Yeah.
So Nick just has like X-ray vision. He just knows when
to do it.
When to do it, when not to do it. All right, cool. What do we got? Player position. Marky Mark is a massive chip leader here, 2.2 million, which is more than double his next best, which is Rex, who could not be in the worst position. He's just got Mark right to his right.
Rex said he needed to win first place in this tournament 3 times to save his summer.
That's a pretty tall order.
Yeah, right.
He's like, guys, I need to chop and take 90% of the money.
Right.
And
just make it winner take all.
Yeah, just winner take all. Be tough. All right, Rudy with a hand here with the all in and then puts in two different stacks. So he didn't go back for it twice. He just set all in and then it took him a while to get his chips in there. Folds around to Rex. Jack 10.
Gonna get through.
I mean, he could call there with Jack 10, right?
No.
No, he couldn't. Of course, that was a test, Brandon, and you passed. Good job. Rudy gets some blinds and an ante.
You know, I think that's Jesse in the background with the backwards hat dealing, but it's not.
Nope.
It looks like Jesse.
It's crazy.
It is. All right, so Angel is down to 8 bigs. Rudy 13 bigs. So we're getting a little shorter now.
Yeah, Angel's probably right in that
I need to
fold,
start to panic mode a little bit.
Well, he's got to pay attention to where the blinds are when he's coming up, and it's like, dude,
he's not going to be opening really.
Right.
He's going to be all
wonderful. He did the last hand. He got himself into this position with aces.
Was it aces? It was
aces. And Mark ended up
making the straight.
Turning a straight, I think, or
rivering a straight, and then Angel checked back the turn, and then the 4-card straight came, and he bet the river. Oh, but 10s. This is good. 10s.
10's a no-brainer, Angel.
And he's all in.
Yeah, 270. Mark folds one of his 10s. Rex is out of there. Rudy's not calling with the Jack 7, short stacky. Nick.
And again, Nick limps Ace 7 suited under the gun, and now he's going to get away from it for one big one.
I mean, he could easily call.
You know what? Yeah, he could. I don't think he's going to. It is half of
Nick's stack. Honestly, Nick's super balanced because I have no idea what kind of crazy stuff he has. He could call with this A7. He could fold with the A7. Yeah, but then the hand before he opens with King Queen suited.
Yeah.
Doesn't do that with Ace Queen suited, but he raises 3x with King Queen suited.
I don't know.
You're speechless.
I don't know. So.
Brandon is speechless, folks.
So just like that, Angel picks up 4 bigs. Oh yeah, because Nick limped, and then the big blind, and then the big blind ante, and
it's like the best case scenario.
Yeah.
See a limp and then look down at 10s, especially a guy like Nick, who, if you've been paying attention, he's folded a lot from under the gun limp.
And they don't realize how strong of hands he's actually had either. Like,
it doesn't matter. Like that's
what I'm saying.
Just looking at it, that's what he's been doing. So I can officially now.
You got this.
No brainer.
Yeah.
No, I don't even screw up anymore.
No.
Just bink.
Yeah.
We're talking about a Rubik's Cube, which is on my desk, which Richie bought me because I was reading Ready Player One, and it's that Zemeckis cube is in the book and in the movie. So he bought me a Walgreens version. But then Brandon and I upped it and bought like the fancy Rubik's Cubes.
The speed ones.
Speed Ripper.
Yeah.
What a freaking name for a Rubik's Cube. Speed Ripper. Marky Mark raises 70K with Ace 10 suited. No takers. Nobody really wants to get involved with him.
Play with him.
I mean, unless you got like a massive hand, right? Just got to be easy for Mark to play because he knows if somebody comes back at him, they've got a big hand. Yeah. Or
that's the luxury of having 2.2 million.
Where you've got
the chips in play.
Oh yeah, 46%. You know, I'd be slightly disappointed with myself because I'd like to get over that 50% mark. Haha, 50% mark. We could just call him that. Because basically, anytime he plays a tournament, he's got about half of the chips in play. Angel with deuces.
Ooh,
I throw away deuces here.
12 bigs.
Don't limp with deuces. There's two things in this world you don't do. You auto limp with aces, and you never limp with deuces. It's the polarized effect.
That's fine. Shove's way better. Than a limp, yeah.
Way better. And he's going to get it through. Oh, no, he's not.
Well, he's not going to get it through.
But he's got a classic coin flip. This is one of those fun prop bets when you tell people, like, you want aces or ace, king, or deuces, and we'll flip 5 times, you know?
I think Mo just put out... Did he put out 4? Oh, no, that's only 3 cards.
No.
Deuce on the flop.
Yeah, I think that it's a bad deuce, which is a nice deuce for Angel.
It is. It's not a bad deuce for Angel.
Not a bad deuce for Angel.
Niko's drawing dead.
There you go.
A board.
He's drawing dead.
Yeah. He needed a face card to make probably. To have a shot.
Or an 8 or a 10 and then gives him chop outs. No. Gets him outs, right?
No.
An 8 on the turn.
Yeah.
And then a 10 on the turn. River.
Yeah.
8 running 2 pair on the board.
Yeah, 2 pair. That beats a full house?
Nope, it doesn't. No, I was thinking he just had deuces.
Right, 3 deuces. Not
3 deuces is a way better than 2
deuces. Just because it was a bad deuce doesn't mean it doesn't count.
It's like an extra deuce. So even in my brain, the deuce of spades doesn't register.
It just doesn't register.
No, it's out. All right, well, pretty awesome double up for Angel. I mean, he can't win a hand with aces, but he banks off big fat deuces.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
7 minutes in. Here's the tough part, Brando. We don't have any promo to do this week because you and I have slacked and we don't have any tournaments up for October, and it is September 30th. So we have no tournaments up.
Yeah, we should do that.
We're going to do that.
Today?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
So this is how...
I didn't have that scheduled into my... Yeah, okay.
You didn't?
No.
We'll go fast. We'll go fast.
Yeah, we usually do.
We go fast. I mean, it's pretty standard. You pick a stack date. You pick a mini stack date. So here's the promos for October, folks. There's going to be a stack tournament, a mini stack tournament, a big bounty deep stack.
Where's our mega stack? Can we get back to mega stack?
Mega stacks, I think I'm waiting for the
winter.
Winter seems like a big fat mega stack. I might even call it that.
Better than
BMF, big fat mega stack. BFMS. Yeah.
I actually really like it.
How about this? Are we going to stick with the Friday night guarantees?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're just killing it. So let's just talk about that. The last 3 weeks of September. So we did VFW Oak Lawn. Where were the other 2?
Wooddale
and American Legion Northlake, which traditionally
are 3 weaker.
Wooddale's a good deep stack.
Yeah.
For some reason, you get some Rockford guys. So
Rex with queens.
And he just made it 3x.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
I think they're 30-60.
Yeah, so
a little better than 2.
There you go. Angel with 6s. He's seen
could get him in trouble.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's gonna.
I feel like when somebody's betting into you and you got those small pocket pairs,
you're racing at best. It's a little easier.
You're racing at best.
It's a little easier to get away from them when
somebody bets in.
Right. When it's like folded to you, it's kind of like. Oh, it is actually.
If the roles are reversed here and he bets out and Rex calls with queens, that's just run bad. Like, no big deal.
So he is going to see a flop. There is a lot of money in there.
I mean, I don't mind seeing a flop. He doubled up. He's got a little bit more chips to play with now. He's got, $700K at that point.
See, I always get myself psyched up like, well, if I had a 6, I know they probably have, like, aces or kings or queens. I'm just going to get all the money. And then I miss, and then it costs me 2 big blinds.
Right.
Here we are.
And then you're back down to nothing. Ace on the turn scares Rex a little bit. He gets angel checks, Rex checks. Jack on the turn. You think he can get this through if he bets it out?
I mean, I think he's definitely got the right read that Rex doesn't have an ace. Which is good. This is why you check back aces sometimes on flops, guys. So Rex doesn't believe
ain't buying it. He calls the 85. He's willing to...
And now it's weird because both players just put chips in the pot and they're both scared. You know?
All right, deuce on the river.
That's how I kept it.
I mean, Angel, the only way you're winning this hand is by betting.
Right.
You still got a nice head right there.
I mean, you can check and just pray Rex has like a hard draw or something, but yeah, I mean,
Two big cards.
He's giving up.
mean,
Rex is
checking
super
back.
happy
Yeah.
to check back and
I
showdown.
wonder if Rex can justify a call if Angel bets again, and what is the number that Angel has to bet to get him off that hand? Just guess. I mean, there was 400K in that pot. He's got about
40K plus.
600,000, right?
140K plus.
140K, like
And
a little less than half, a half size.
Yeah. I mean,
200K.
obviously 200,000. Yeah.
180.
I mean, I think like 100,000. Rex is just gonna flick it in there and see what he has.
Correct. So you got to make sure it's not too small where Rex just goes, all right, I'm going to call it just to see it, and it can't be too big where it looks bluffy, and Rex calls and just gets a ton more of your chips than are necessary. So like 140, 150, 160, top end 180.
Yeah.
Anything over 200 though, I think looks.
That's good to do those same exact numbers when you have an actual hand.
Yeah. I never remembered to do that.
Yeah.
All right, back to Friday night deep stacks. So Oaklawn is never a great deep stack spot.
Oaklawn's always in the 20s.
Remember, it's really hard to get that tournament started. Too.
Yeah, because nobody wants to
The
sit. They're all playing cash.
deep
They're
stack.
all
Because it's a cash place. It's a
Right.
cash game joint. Like, you get 4, 5, 6 games at Oaklawn, no problem.
Yep.
But the tournaments are really, really suffering. Because I feel like people are like, do I want to play the $40 tweener, or do I want to play 1-1? Nah, I'll go play 1-1.
Yep.
So you get more cash games off, and then the tournaments kind of are self-fulfilling prophecy of, well, there's only 6 guys in the tweener, I'm not going to play. So then nobody goes over there.
Yeah.
It's just a really weak-ass tournament, and then that kind of carries through the whole night. Anyways, Brando's fantastic idea was to slap a 3.5K guarantee on the Friday night deep stacks, and we've gone 51 at Oaklawn, over 50.
right.
The next week was at
49.
Wooddale
No, next week was at
North Lake.
North Lake.
and
49.
almost 50, which is sick. And then Wooddale was this past weekend.
59.
59?
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's almost too good.
Yeah. And 59, we took out 12-24, and it finished. They chip chopped it 3 ways.
Which, in all honesty,
3 ways is I mean, that's
yeah.
they're usually chopping.
That's
3
charity
of it.
poker. Charity poker, you're chopping it up.
Right.
Not for any other reason other than Nick.
Yeah, Kings.
And what did he bet? Did he make another massive over bet?
I don't know. It was amazing.
I mean, 120 seems crazy. I almost want to rewind it, but we can't do that. And
Can we?
I don't think we can.
It won't just like.
All right. Well, Nick made some size bet and got it through. We don't know if it was another crazy Nick the Shark, great white shark
he
bet,
only profited
or if it was a
120
little
from the
guppy
hand.
bet.
So he probably 120 from the hand is.
Just the blinds.
Yeah.
Nobody else called. It's just everybody folded,
Right.
which is fine.
So
Anyways.
Thursday night football game tonight
Yeah. What is it?
is Seattle and the Rams. It's a really good game.
That is a really good game. What's your
At
pick?
Seattle too.
Rams are kind of one of those wild teams to me.
They gave up 54 points yesterday, or not yesterday, well,
All right, Marky Mark with Queens.
Sunday. Rudy's face. What a great reaction.
I don't know what just happened here.
Well, Rudy shoved and he got snap called by Mark.
You can see Mo's face. I was like, what the hell's going on out there? All right, Rudy gets an ace, gets it in there. Mark is obviously calling with Queens. Mark's just got to fade an ace. And here, doesn't even really care if he doesn't win this hand. I mean, he doesn't. It's like Mike Tyson fighting a kindergartner. Sorry, Rudy, you're the kindergartner.
Ooh.
And he slaps a queen, but it's 3 diamonds. Rudy still got outs.
8
Yeah.
outs, 1 shot, brick.
Nah. Pretty good flop, though. I think that flop, even if for some reason it gets to tricky plays, I mean, they
Well, yeah,
still...
he turned in from 3 outs to 8 outs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dirty flop, Rex says.
Dirty flop from Rex.
Rex is on his way to winning this tournament 3 straight times.
Straight times. All right, Rudy, I mean, he played that short stack like a
He
champ.
did, and what's he going to do? I mean,
And I think he came into this tournament, I think this is the one. He bagged the shortest bag.
like 12,000.
12,000. And he ran it all the way up, and then ends up getting 6th place in the tournament. Massive
I wouldn't be able
run
to do
good.
that.
I
I'd just
could
be
never
all
do
in
that.
and,
Yeah, I
Jack
can't do it.
8.
I don't have the patience for that or the brains. So, Rudy plays a champion short stack. Pretty awesome. Not only the final table, but to get 6th place.
Pretty good.
It's dope. All right, we're down to 5.
5, so the big blind Andy's cut in half.
Big blind Andy cut in half.
Small
Niko,
blind
6-4. Mix it up, Niko. Just like double the blinds. But anyways, we're going to stick with the Friday night deep stack. I know this is the longest
3.5,
promo of all time.
Yeah, they've already signed off.
But it has definitely worked. And you didn't pick a team. You didn't pick Rams or Seattle.
I was getting there, then you cut me off.
Oh, sorry. I know the poker commentary.
I'm going to go with the Rams, even though it's at Seattle.
Yeah, I like the Rams too.
Even though they lost the Buccaneers this week.
Buccaneers is just a funny name.
Yeah.
Angel slams it.
Take it
Did he
down.
go all in, or
I'm not sure. I think he raised.
we should probably pay attention to
Well,
this.
there's graphics on the screen.
There is, and the people
I mean,
watching.
you didn't
it.
notice TV. You didn't say TV radio today.
Yeah, I don't quite know what it should be called because it's weird. Like it's like
It's really radio, but it's not TV.
correct because it's just our voices.
Yeah. But it's not like we're on TV. They can't
Correct.
see us.
Maybe we should do what they do at like Stones Live and like put like a little blip
Us
in the
corner?
yeah, so like they can see us.
I don't know.
I don't know if people want to see us
I think they realize how much we're just sitting here looking at our phones and not actually,
paying attention.
Right. They'd be
Yeah,
like, wow.
for sure.
Then they might be like, wow, how do you guys do
You guys
this?
are really
yeah,
quite
you guys
good.
are really good. For
Considering,
right. Considering Kenny's right now writing on his iPad.
right,
I'm looking at the NFL Week 5 schedule. Yeah,
it's all good stuff.
All right, Nico's down to 5 bigs. I don't know if that is that graphic right. Oh yeah, it does look right. I don't know why I would question it.
I think it's because the blinds went up. They're at
Yeah, everybody got shorter.
yeah, and he was at like 13 big blinds. So yeah, I mean, if the blinds went up and he played a blind or two, I mean, he's probably at that eight big blind. So our CCG Poker Radio sponsor, Bang energy drink. You know, the more I drink these, the worse they are.
Yeah.
I think I'm cutting them out of the sponsorship.
That's fine. We got plenty more lined up.
I mean, it says potent brain and body fuel. Like, in what country or crazy part of the world are we living in that Bang energy drink? It reminds me of that stuff. Like, I always saw it in college. I never used it. Quote me on this. It's like that weird honey goat weed stuff you find at like gas stations. Who the hell buys that shit?
Yeah. Nobody.
Nobody.
Well,
Niko, king, queen, suited.
Gio
Yeah,
buys
Gio
that
buys
stuff.
that stuff. What a goof. Not gonna get any callers here. Just no cards.
Rex did have 60K in that pot.
Only had 160 to call.
Yeah.
I was gonna do something, but I forgot.
All right.
So, what do you think? Did you update the iOS twice now? There was 2 updates.
I don't know. I mean, I got the new phone. So
Oh, how
maybe
is the
it
new
just
phone?
came. It's fine. The battery's amazing.
Yeah, it's like twice as long or something.
Oh,
right?
it's insane.
And you are like the king of always being in your phone's dead at the event.
Well, I did buy that nice charger now too. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it went the whole day yesterday while I was playing on the app and watching football. Never even got
How about that Bears game?
Bears.
How about that goofy ass fumble, refumble, and then Vikings could have gotten a first down? I was like, how is that possible? Great sack, causes the fumble. Bears do. Bears player is trying to catch it and run into the end zone because they're like on the Viking 25, 30-yard line. And if he can get a hold of this thing,
Right.
he's going to score. He gets super excited about the score. Mark with Queens again, no action. Gonna score. He's like fumbling it. Vikings kind of catch up to him, knock it back out. Ends up Vikings recover the fumble like 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they call it a first down because it was like a transfer of
So possession. So
Possession.
Bears ball.
should have been Bears first and 10, and
And
the
gave
Bears
up,
fumbled
so
it.
it's Vikings first and 10.
But then they ended up saying that he never actually had control of the ball, so it ended up being like 3rd and 35 or something. But I was like, how is that a thing
Yeah,
where you
that's
can
weird.
fumble
Fumbles
it?
are weird.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that
So
you
you
could.
can fumble them forward and stuff.
Yeah, it was super goofy. But it didn't happen, so it was fine. But the Bears had to challenge it. Like, there was like a under, I don't know, or maybe the box, right?
Yeah.
Or when they say, like, the NFL, like, they say New York is going to do it or something, like, are there, like, the NFL, like, watches the games?
Yeah, there's like an NFL like review booth in New York.
In New York that, like, their job is to just watch?
They just watch the games.
What a cool job. I want that job.
Yeah, me too.
Just hang out, watch the games, be like,
football.
call. And you probably have this awesome bat phone that, like,
yeah, it's amazing.
just goes directly to, like, I don't know who.
The field.
Right, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it's awesome. Dennis Leary? Do you remember Dennis? Not Dennis Leary. Dennis. There was this, like, comic in the 80s, and he did this bit about, like, Dennis something. He actually did NFL. Dennis, I'll Google it here in a second.
Rodman?
No, God,
I'm
no.
just kidding, but.
But he did this whole, like, stand-up routine where he's like, man, if I was an NFL ref and I could, like, talk to the whole stadium whenever I want, he's like, I would just lay down and start telling him a story and be like, oh, anyway, so I was at this bar talking to this girl, blah, blah, blah. And it was just, I don't know, I always remembered it. It was super funny.
It is true. They can just flip the thing on. And
That's, like...
it's a lot of power.
You know what's funny? The iPhone 11 technology does not impress me. Where I'm like, that's cool. Like, it's an awesome smartphone. The ability for one person to be able to speak to that many people and just on a flip of a switch, all of a sudden the entire PA system turns on. Like, that to me is, like, way cooler than an iPhone 11.
I agree.
Like, there should be an app just called, like, the Ref app and just be like, one lucky person every day gets, like, 30 seconds to say whatever I want to the whole stadium. I don't think that'll ever happen, but yeah. Rex with Ace-King, small blind, just down to small blind, big blind. And he's with Nick, who's just willing to get punished.
Yeah, no, he's raising.
Yeah, no, he raised.
Showing it.
Show it.
Showing the good
Eat it.
Turned up.
This is over Labor Day weekend, right?
3-6. Yeah. Couldn't make the call.
So now you got to learn how to do the 2 layers at once.
Ooh.
Have you timed yourself?
Yeah, I can do it in probably 5 minutes, no problem with the screw-up. No screw-ups, I can do, like, probably 3 minutes. I'm a little slow.
That's the thing. The way we do it, like, we can never get under a minute and a half, really.
Right. How do those guys do a Rubik's Cube in, like, 8 seconds? Because they're doing, like,
They
2
do it
layers
like
at once?
5 steps at the same time.
How?
It's just everything put together.
It's nuts. It's cool, but it's nuts. All right, Angel's going to raise with the 910 non-suited connector. Marks out. Rex with 4s. It's good to see a flop.
I'd like to see a 3-bet here. 4s are tough to play.
Ooh.
He does it. He has it the button, or he just folds. I honestly I like that better than calling. You're just in no man's land if you call. It's too late in the tournament to like set mine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm
everybody's too
learning stuff every day.
shallow. Like, I know you would just.
I'd limp there.
Yeah,
I would.
you
And it's a
would
bad
call,
play.
and it is because you're just
It's funny.
going to lose all
the
the
next
time.
time I'm in a tournament and I've got 4s and I'm in late position and I was like, Brandon says I should either 3-bet this and try to just take the hand down pre-flop or just give it up.
Right.
Don't do what Ken does and freaking just limp in.
Because then if he does call, if he does run into ace queen suited and the guy calls his 3-bet, he's in position. He can still like win.
Basically you're just fading the face cards
Right.
on the flop and
And
you
you're going to
can
pound it and then
Right.
hopefully
again you give yourself 2 chances to win with 4s or really 3 chances to win with 4s.
Pre-flop and then on the
Pre-flop,
flop and then
on the flop, and actually banging a 4.
Right. Or just
and you
holding
could
it.
actually bet out that 4 too and maybe get a call because the flop comes like ace 4 9
Right.
and a guy's got an ace jack or something. I mean, you bet into him and he's gonna fire back at you and
Yep.
you've got him
Pip.
super dominated. Pipped is a good one. Gin card is actually one of my
I like
favorite.
Gin on the river.
I think I'm gonna hashtag like gin. I don't know, gin card. I don't know. I want to make another T-shirt that just says gin card. We got to make T-shirts too.
Maybe just like a big picture of Bombay Sapphire.
So when I graduated from college, I feel like every man.
Well, this
I
is the
can't-
flop we're looking for with the set. Ace
yeah.
Queen 8. And Rex made it 100K, and he's betting it out.
All right,
Just
Rex heard us
Yeah,
from the
this
future.
is- yeah.
Creepy Rex. Angel's gonna
Call
go
in,
broke on
call,
this hand.
and
Yeah,
that's-
I mean, it's just again, it's one of those. This is not poorly played. This is just the hand runs themselves out. Like you're just not getting away from that. You just lose.
You just lose.
You just lose. Angel's eliminated in 5th place. You never feel bad when you flop an ace, 5-handed, and brick out. Like,
Lose.
you just lose.
Yeah.
I don't think you could go to yourself, that hand could have played differently or something along those lines. You just lose.
That was a good view there for this overhead cam.
I know, I like the overhead cam. So, awesome board cam view because I really like it for the all-ins. I think it's a more fun view. I'm still working out the exposure and stuff. But, two, we just had to pause it for a freaking credit card scam robocall.
Oh, yeah.
I hate robots.
Kenny, I get them so often. 20 a day.
Well, my cell phone number is the number that's on the website, so...
You have to answer all the random calls.
I do. I ran some... half of the calls I get, there's no caller ID because it could be a poker player, could be a charity, could be a venue, could be anything, right? And
could be Central Illinois people. You know,
right. Oh my God, folks! Central Illinois is starting to be the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
God bless that gentleman from the Moose Lodge, but he's told every single moose in the entire state of Illinois how awesome that charity poker is, which is true.
Yeah.
It's a great fundraiser for them. I mean, they are the epitome of what we're looking for. They've got all in-house charities. They do it in their own venue. They can keep all the food and beverage money, which for them is a huge bonus. The one thing that they're missing is they always have video poker machines, and they don't let non-members play in the poker machines, which I think is a loss for them because you and I would lose a ton either way.
Right, I'd lose $200 every time I went out.
So, casting call going out, if you are in the Central Illinois area and you are looking to help do marketing for charity poker events, give us a call. If you're a college kid or live in Central Illinois, whatever, Joliet, willing to travel, call me. Better call Saul. Better call Ken.
Yeah, I didn't watch the third season of that.
Better call Saul.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not great.
How
stoked are you about the Breaking Bad movie coming out on October 11th? And, side question, do you think that it will come out right at midnight? Because Lindsay and I were like...
Probably not.
She was like, if it comes out at 12:01, like, let's just watch it Thursday night when it comes out on the 10th.
It's a weird, they do scheduling. It'll be like...
Prime time.
7 a.m. No, it'll be like random time.
Why?
I don't know, because they did... I was doing the same thing for the Between Two Ferns. Do you know that?
I heard about that. I didn't watch it yet, but I heard that was funny.
It was funny, and I was like, ooh, I was coming home from work.
But that's like your prime comedy, like YouTube stuff that kids... Like when you were in college, that was huge, right? Yep. Between Two Ferns? Mm-hmm. Yeah. YouTube wasn't as big when I was there. YouTube was its own company. It wasn't owned by Google when I was in college. I didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
This is how old I am.
There's no way YouTube existed when you were in college.
Okay, YouTube probably... No, well, Facebook didn't exist.
Neither did YouTube.
Okay, no YouTube. What the hell did I watch videos on? I don't think I did. I don't know, I really missed the boat because I could have done so much cool stuff.
Oh.
Because I came out like right at that right time.
See, that's the thing. You were early. I was too late.
Too early. Like, I didn't get a Facebook account until I was like 25. It's like when it first came out, you had to have a college ID, or I'm sorry, a college email to get in. And I was working in DeKalb near, obviously right on campus at NIU. I didn't work for NIU. I worked in DeKalb. And, like, I remember all the kids that worked part-time at the company I worked for, they were all, like, getting on Facebook, and, like, it was so cool, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, see, we had, Zanga, and then MySpace, and then Facebook when I was, like, 13 to 16. So that was, like, kind of
I think I still have a MySpace page.
I do, too. MySpace is actually still kind of big.
I mean, for who? Meth heads and trailer parks?
No,
Carnies?
They do meth head trailer parks. No, like music. Like if you want to like get discovered and like that.
So my buddy, I won't say his name because he'll embarrass. Not that he would ever watch this, but in general, I play golf with him, and he's like a pretty big rock star. I mean, like he was in the studio in Nashville, and like he gets like several 100,000 streams on Spotify.
Okay.
And he says, like, even at several 100,000 streams, you still don't get very much. He's like, it's like chump change.
Pennies, yeah.
I mean, it's still money. I mean, like, he don't have a job,
right.
so...
Money's money, right.
Correction. His job is he's a musician. But, I mean, it's good money.
Right.
Niko with AIDS.
He
said you need
40
millions and millions of streams to, like, actually bank on living off of your royalties. But anyways... So when you get a guy like Brad Owen or Andrew Nemi and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views on their videos, like, that's still cool as shit. It's amazing to me how many views you actually need to, like, make real money.
Yeah.
And then you really need to get, like, endorsement deals, like that kid who does the toy reviews.
Yeah, Ryan's toy reviews.
Ryan's World or whatever.
Yeah.
I go to Target now and I can't believe I see all that stuff.
I know.
So we're not going to be able to see what Nick has here, so it's a mystery hand. I don't know if he can't.
We have
read
the
it.
degree all in moment.
No, bang. It's the bang all in moment.
Bang all in moment.
Yeah,
and
don't
then,
degree it up. Bang.
Right. And then we have the...
Bang says if you'd have drank some Bang energy drink, you'd have full brain power right now to make this decision. Wow, I'm gonna email these guys. Do they have an email address? They probably got a MySpace page. Do not use this product if you are pregnant or nursing. Do not consume this product if you are taking any prescription drug and or have a medical condition. The user of this product assumes all liability in this product and used in a manner not consistent with label guidelines. How do you use an energy drink in a non-sanctioned way?
Drink 12 of them.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Which people probably do.
Potent brain and body fuel. The bang all in moment. Can Nick make the call?
He does.
He does. Let's see what he's got, folks. I'm yelling at Mo. No, Fob. I need to know what he's got. King 8 of clubs. So 1 overcard. A lot of clubbies. Window card's a diamond. Nah, wrong black suit. Come out.
I have faith.
7 is a brick city. Ooh, I thought that was a king in the river. Niko the Shark survives, and Nick is down to, like, new chippies.
Yeah,
It says 107, but I don't know if that's correct. That would be... I don't know about that.
He
He's
is
played so
107.
tight and so good.
Did he? Who was the big one? Was he the big one? Did he have a lot in there?
He must have, because I can't imagine there was enough...
Nope, he was under the gun. He limped.
He limped. He did the limp again.
He limped. And
He likes suited face cards, which is weird because he doesn't like suited aces. Suited ace, he likes a suited face card. Maybe he feels like he's got to play him bigger. I don't know. Either way,
most commenting on the lights.
Mark's going, yeah, they're nice lights.
Yeah,
Mo.
they're nice lights, Mark.
I like them. 50% Mark says, I like it. 50% of the time. That's always one of my favorite lines that people say, oh, I'm 80% right 50% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
It's crazy. All right, 4-handed here, folks. And it's really 3 and 1/3 handed. Because Nick's all in, basically, no matter what he sees. Oh, he sees an ace-7 on the big blind.
This is a very...
No, he's under the gun.
This is a Nick hand.
This is a very Nick hand. Although Mark's got ace-queen.
Yeah. Which is a very Mark hand.
It is a very Mark hand. 50% of the time, he's got 80% of the chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark calls. I do like very much the way Mark plays because it's like he knows he's going to call there, but he does that kind of.
He might have to potentially.
He's correct.
against
He's
Rex.
always thinking next
Ahead.
level.
Yeah.
He's next level Mark because I do not have another level. There is no extra gear for Ken in
You
the
just
book
like
war.
call.
I just call, and then of course it scares everybody else away.
Yeah. All right, well, that's a club.
So the 7 gives Nick a 7, but it gives Mark the flush, which means Nick is just drawn stone cold dead.
To a 7 or deuce, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, besides that.
Yeah, but with 4 outs, that's basically dead.
Very
All right, then there were 3. Rex.
3, and Rex is getting closer to
He
having
is.
to win
He
3x
is.
the first place prize. He's getting close to getting a third of his summer back.
Yeah. He has like a 9th of his summer back right now. Just,
I got it. No, it's good, man.
Okay. Good. Glad you got it. Is
So-
this the last part today? Is there another part?
There's another
Okay.
part 3. So they must play heads up for a while, or they play 3-handed for a while, because we're only half an hour in. We got another hour of this session, and then
They do play heads up for a while. I know that.
yeah, which is cool. I think it's nice. These guys played for a long. It was a long day.
Yeah.
I think the 240 number was too inexpensive because it was a lot of time spent. Even though the prize pool was juicy, I feel like 360 is a better number.
Me too. It might, even if it gets 15 less players, because it prices that a little bit.
But the
If
price,
it prices
right? If it
10% of
prices
the
it, yeah, let's say,
people out.
which would be
12.
12 people.
Right.
Let's say it even prices out 20%
20%.
of the people. That's 25 players, so you go from 120 plus to 100. But I feel like you're going to pick up a handful of players, a half a dozen, maybe 10 players of guys who are like, 240 on a 2-day tournament, like that's a lot. You and I are probably in the realm of, I don't know if I want to put in that much time for a 2-table or for a 250.
Yeah.
Even with last outs,
Right.
And
So even
side
if we
bets.
lose 25 to people that get priced out, we'll price in some of those people back.
At least some of them.
And it'll increase the prize pool so much
Exponentially.
more.
Well, not exponentially,
Yes.
but I mean, it goes from 200 in the prize pool to a little over 300 in the prize pool. So you got a third more of the prize pool, and you're only giving up maybe 20% of the field, which means you're going to have a bigger prize pool, which is good. Niko here.
That's gin.
That's a gin card, baby.
That's a red ace.
Niko just goes, gin card, baby. Oh, Diamond's a little scarier for him, but he's not scared.
God, this is Hold'em.
Right. Why am I always scared of the backdoor flush?
Does anybody ever have a flush?
Nobody ever has a flush.
I mean, Mark had a flush.
Rex's face says it all. He's just like, oh, God, I can't believe I let him get there. Man, he needed a spade. A spade on the river knocks Niko out because Niko's not folding. Niko, don't feel bad. I would never fold there either. I hit gin card, I'm in. I don't care what happens. I gin card.
Right, it could have been a board pair spade.
I gin card, which means I'm pulling that ripcord on that parachute. If it opens or not, I don't know, but I'm playing it. Like, I'm jumping out of that plane.
I had a feeling you were on the flush draw.
Are they going to take a 5-minute break?
Did you edit out this break?
I absolutely did not edit out this break.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to edit out this break?
Well, no, we could just practice.
Practice what? Our commentary?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
podcast style.
Mini podcast number 1. Chop it up. Pilot episode.
Pilot episode of Chop It Up.
Okay.
You're right.
What are we going to... This is truly now CCG Poker Radio because there's nothing on the screen.
If anybody's still listening,
Right.
there can't be anybody still listening.
No, I'm pausing it.
Yeah.
Going forward. Okay, well, that was our first test of CCG Poker Radio. It only lasted about 90, 30, some kind of seconds. More or less than a minute. Anyways, we're on hand number 74. We decided to cut out that whole break, which I forgot about. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Mo was the last person back to the table.
Right. Rex was just sitting there like,
Rex
I
is
wonder
like...
if Mark and Mo are ever going to come back.
Right, he's just like, what's going on here? I'm on television, and they
I'm
just
on
pause.
TV and...
Right. But that's fine. All right, Rex calls from the button. Oh, it's from the button now. So now...
I guess we should do some actual comment. We haven't done
we
any
can.
analysis.
No, we're good. Queen 8 I like. Everybody else limps in. Marky Mark, a little sneaky. He could have easily raised there with an ace. Tree-handed. He didn't.
Jack 9-5 rainbow.
Nobody flops nothing. Rex flops a gut shot.
Niko flops a gutter.
Yep.
Mark has the best hand here. I think he's going to just stab at it. If nobody wants it, he'll try and pick it up. I mean, it's so hard to have a hand at Hold'em. I mean, Jack
Especially
9,
three-handed.
Jack 9-5 Jack. Like, people might fold
Right.
fives, but they really have to have. I mean, Rex is looking him up here with Queen High, but that's kind of what you got to do sometimes. Because
I mean, he's still got that gut shot. So
he's got gutter, and I
miracle,
think he thinks the Queen of the 8 will both be good too.
which they are.
And this is Mark's Gin River. He's gonna
Gin card, baby.
Boy.
I don't know why I keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know where that voice is from.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
from
either.
something, and I can't remember what it is, but it's there.
Mark's gonna go for some Value Town. Population Rex. Nope, he gets away from it. Mark takes down another one. Niko's just over there scheming, man. How am I gonna run this up? Well, most heads in the look at him, look at him. Just, man, look at all those chips over there. Although he does have 675k, so
Who does?
Niko.
I mean, one double up through either player
Yeah.
brings him.
I mean, if he doubles up
Well,
on Rex,
basically-
he's second in chips.
Yeah, true, and they flip flop basically. Not quite, but close. You know.
With the blinds, basically.
Yeah.
flip-flop.
And if he can manage to double up through Mark, that brings everybody a lot closer.
Three-way. Just a three-way.
But the problem is the blinds are only 25-50, which means, I mean, how many blinds does Mark have?
40.
Right. I mean, it's not like they're not worried about the whole like typical charity poker clock where, hey, we got to be done by midnight, and you got 25 big blinds to 35 big blinds to 10 big blinds. You can come to a chop a lot easier that way, knowing that you're on a clock.
Yeah.
With this, there's so much time left that
All right, so Mark.
they're not thinking about that as much.
Mark, that's more authentic. This is the way a big tournament
Correct.
should
Yeah.
end.
A lot of play.
Yeah. Let the players
Play it out.
Play it out. All right, so Mark turns the nut flush draw and kind of a good bluff card. He's semi-bluffing here with the best hand and takes it down again. And it's the Mark show.
It's the Mark show. 50% Mark.
Who now has 60%.
Mark's got a lot of chips, folks.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. James
New
Burton.
subscriber.
No, not a new subscriber. Oh, that's a new
Yeah.
subscriber. But that beep right now is James Burton. I'm sorry. I'll get it straight here. Jamin Burton from the Drawing Dead vlog, who came with Andrew Nemi and Brad Owen for the Mug Meetup game in Chicago.
The guy in the orange or the guy in the yellow?
Yeah.
Yep.
From who I thought was from California. He's from St. Louis. Marky Mark with Force here. Let's see how he plays it. Anyways, Jamin did a Chicago vlog. They're actually really entertaining. I like his style a lot, and he does a ton. They're cool.
He
Guys, if you have not watched
entertaining
Jamin,
more than
it's funny. He's actually not. He's a little dry when he talks on camera, but like the editing and like the way he commentates about himself and like the little it's really funny. Like I have found myself watching his vlogs a lot, and I really like him. And he drives a badass Tesla.
yeah.
And he's got a real job. Like you see him at work, like walking in, like Jamin Burton for like, I can't remember who he works for, but anyways, his vlog just dropped for Niko. Could get a double up here. He's got Marky Mark dominated with 10s to 4s. But anyways, Season 5, Episode 3 of The Drawing Dead, hitting at Mug Poker in Chicago and getting hit back. He's cool. Watch his vlog, guys. Even, for sure now watch it because it's the CCG version. But he's cool. I like him. I think we might do a Jamin meetup.
All right, so Mark calls here with the 4s.
I mean, this is exactly what we talked about. He could spike a 4 and just really ruin his day. If not, it just brings the game a lot closer. Half of a 4 there.
I don't know why I just felt like a 4 was coming.
Yeah, it didn't.
And here we go. 2.2, 1.4, 1.3.
So Niko
And
just
we got a
leapfrogged
game.
Rex a little bit. Yeah, I mean, now you're talking about it's anybody's game right now.
Yep.
What was the poker player, the professional? I think it was a girl that said like, just when you accumulate chips like Mark does, it gives you the
Maria
ability.
Ho.
Maria Ho. And how did it go? Something like
Yeah, in the World Series, she's like, you just get to 200 big blinds so you can lose 50 and still have 150 big blinds.
right. You can
Like, I never view it that way.
Right.
Like, I never, yeah, it's the craziest thing.
It,
Like,
I still don't quite understand it 100%, but
she's
she's
like,
like,
you just need to accumulate a lot of chips so you can lose a lot of chips and still have a lot of chips.
correct.
Basically.
I know it's such a silly thing to kind of say, but it's
Right.
it's super true.
Right.
Like he's not upset. He's like, I'm still.
Because he has so many chips
Yeah,
now.
it's
Right.
just
'Cause
like-
he's been accumulating, so you can...
He's been accumulating. You don't have to stress any of those all-ins, and Niko's the one over there sweating bullets, trying to dodge a 4, and
And
he
eventually
did.
you're just going to win one of those all-ins and have even more chips to,
Yep.
you know...
I like it. Very cool.
She's also the one that said the pay bump when there was 5 people left is like getting 9th the next year.
That is
Also blew
like
my mind.
huge mind blown.
Yeah.
I follow her on Twitter. She's actually quite funny.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
I've been spending more time on Twitter lately. I like Twitter
I
a
love
lot.
Twitter.
I don't go on Facebook for like my friends. I post a lot of Facebook stuff for poker,
Right.
but I don't go on Facebook.
I don't ever post on Facebook.
No, I never
I'll
do
post
either.
on Twitter all
My
the time.
wife tags me in
Right,
like
the
all my
kid
kids'
stuff. Yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
but like nothing else.
Yeah. I'm not going to be like, oh, I was bored at work today.
Why would you say that
Hit
to
me
your
up.
boss at fucking work? Whoa, F-bombs.
I didn't mean like here. I mean
You meant like your
Friday.
other job?
Like hit me up after work. I'm going to
Been
the,
a long week. Gonna
Yeah.
do a happy hour.
yeah,
That doesn't
yeah,
happen
no,
because
no.
a long week for us is today, Monday
Right,
morning.
Right, here we are on Monday morning.
Yeah, doing. Hey, this is how much dedication we have. I didn't actually work this weekend, so I'm really not that dedicated. But Brando worked last night till 1. Got home at what time?
Well, late.
Gets home late, turns around and comes back to do Thursday night commentary on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Binks it out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brando.
I got you. Yeah, real late, real late. There's some entertainment along the North Avenue.
There was some Oh no! Yep, that'll do it.
All right, fold. Niko, of course, he's got ace.
Yeah.
But hey, he's happy with 1.4 million right now.
No, I mean he woke
he's
up
back in the game.
with the 10s. I mean, You need to get cards this late in the tournament to win. Yeah. Like, anybody can say, like, Daniel Negreanu maybe doesn't need to get cards to get this far in, but even he this year, how many seconds did he get?
2 seconds?
2 or
3
3
final tables. I think like a second, 2 seconds and a third.
2 seconds and a third. And that turbo one, he got like 6th. Yeah. Like one of the early turbo tournaments.
Yeah. Like the first turbo.
I think the first tournament. Yeah. And he final tabled and got like 6th.
Yep.
I like Daniel Negreanu. I know some people don't like him.
He's growing on me.
I like him. I like the way he talks in his vlogs. I think he's kind of got a little chip on his shoulder on stuff. Yeah. But I like him. I think he's good for the game. It's a huge FedEx truck.
It is. Rex raising it up. Mark in the big blind going to come along with
mystery hand. Bang! All-in moment. Actually, it's not an all-in moment.
No.
Bang! Mystery hand.
It's the Jack Links.
Mystery meat hand?
Mystery meat.
There you go. King 10. Mark just forgot to put him on the circle.
He put him on there twice.
Yeah.
Rex is going to continue.
Which I like.
And Mark gets out of the way.
I mean, he continued. He flopped a pair. I mean,
yeah.
I know it's bottom pair. It's kind of hard to not flop bottom pair with deuces. Or with a deuce.
To not flop bottom pair. I get what you're saying.
Right.
Yes. If you have a deuce, you're probably going to flop bottom pair when you flop a pair.
When you flop a pair, yeah.
Oh, or top pair.
Aggression frequency here is pretty even, except for Niko, who, but in all fairness, he hasn't had any chips to actually be aggressive. Yeah. He's had basically 2 options for the last 40 minutes. Yep. All in or fold. Now he's got some chips, so now we're going to have to see Niko play some cards.
Yeah. He ain't going to play 9-3, unless it's baseball, in which case he's got 2 jokers.
I love baseball. Can we have a baseball tournament, CSOP?
Remember that?
Here's another thing. Thank you for the folks who are listening 45 minutes in and even made it through that weird break of the mini podcasting pilot episode that will not ever get picked up by anybody else other than me because it's my own company. But
and even then, you might just
I'm still a little suspect. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to continue with that. What was I going to say? I totally mind.
No, it's CSOP. Winter CSOP.
So normally the winter CSOP runs for like end of October to the end of November, and it ends on Black Friday weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of switching it up.
Starting it then?
I want to start it then. Yeah. I want to do like a mini main event for like a mini Thanksgiving event and do, 3 days at the max.
Kick it
off. The winter, maybe we just call it the winter CSOP kickoff.
Right, the kickoff. This is how names happen, guys.
This is how names happen. So the winter CSOP kickoff is going to happen Thanksgiving weekend, because it's I used to say our biggest event. Now with the Chicago meetup game, it might not be anymore.
It's definitely our biggest tournament
day. It's and the most people, because we get 400 people in the room, 500 people in the room. It's gross. Anyways, I'm thinking the winter CSOP is going to start on Thanksgiving weekend, and then it'll end the last weekend of 2019, because we could possibly do a 4-day in a row, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, December 26, 27, 28, 29. Tons of people have off of work. It's right after Christmas. Them college kids are home. They got grandma Christmas money. Right. They're tired of hanging out at home. Right? Everybody's tired. Wives are tired of hanging out with their kids. Husbands are tired of hanging out with the family. Kids are tired of hanging out with their parents. Yeah. Like, it's the complete,
everybody wants to get out.
Right? Everybody needs to go. The best part is if you can get like a mother, father, kids that all gambled and like all decided to like want to ditch the other ones to go play CCG and randomly end up on day 2. That'd be cool. And I want to see what the excuses are for all of them.
My buddy put me in.
I've used grandma's college money. You got books money you could sell at the books. Do they still buy books at the bookstore?
I think so, yeah.
Man, what a scam that is.
When I was in college, Amazon
forget about this whole Trump impeachment trial. Somebody get their ass to every college campus and figure out how they're screwing college kids on these books. Anyways, I'm a little bitter about it. I got kicked out of my bookstore. I'm officially don't think I'm allowed back in.
Yeah, the books are crazy. Just when like the professors.
Hey Keith, you can come in and be on Thursday night commentary.
We're talking about college books right now.
You know why they're all expensive though, right?
Why?
Because it's all the professors that write it.
That's what I'm saying. This is the professors need to get their own royalties, and they customize the books. So it's not you can just buy edition 2 on Amazon for $1. You got to go to the bookstore and buy the $120 version, because
book that they wrote or a book that their friend wrote.
Right.
So they're getting the money, or their money's are getting.
correct.
I mean, seems like a racket
I mean, we
that
should.
I
just,
wish I should be in.
Right. Let's just write college
CCG Bookstore. We're
Yeah.
starting it. All right, look like Rex limped in with 7-5. Nico's got a real hand ace queen.
Punished him, and he got out of the
Punished
way.
him, and then obviously Rex. I kind of would have liked to see a call from Rex, but I know they don't really have the chips to goof off here. And Nico's he don't bet small.
No.
He bet big.
When I was in college, Amazon only sold books. I know it didn't exist when you were in college.
Yeah,
but,
it did not exist.
But they only sold
When
books.
I was in college, you were still going to the phone book looking at AAA plumbing because that gave you the first listing of the A's in plumbing.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's why they picked Amazon. That's why they came up with the name Amazon, too.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Because search engines in the 90s used to just be not really search engines. They used to be online phone books.
Basically, yeah.
You know, where you'd look and it would start with all the A's and then go down.
I took a really cool internet marketing class, and I still have the book because it's so archaic. It is basically like caveman drawings for the internet.
So this
And I
is
remember
how-
we had a speaker come in, and he was like a huge Yahoo, like he had like broke the code on like how to figure out Yahoo stuff. And basically his big breaking the code, I'm air quoting on freaking radio, was that he would use last year's search results, and he would do like whatever the most popular thing searched for in October is obviously Halloween stuff. So he had a warehouse, he'd buy a bunch of Halloween costumes, and he'd sell them on like through the internet.
Right.
Because that was the most searched word in October. So then in November, it was Thanksgiving decorations.
Right.
I don't remember what it all was,
Sure,
but like
sure.
whatever it was, umbrellas in May. Like he
Yep.
would just pound the internet for those things in like the
in the specific month.
yeah,
of
and
time.
like this was revolutionary in '99 or
Yeah.
2000 when I took this class, and
I mean, it seems so simple.
it seems so simple now.
But now it's like too saturated. Where like you can't do
Yeah,
that
you
anymore.
can't do that.
Because Amazon will sell you a costume for $4.
Correct.
So
He
how are you
was like
gonna-
a forerunner for like
Yeah.
basically figuring out how to do that, but super cool. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a cool class. I still remember it. Look at Mark's chip stack. He's working on level 3 of his pyramid. That's when you know you got chips.
Rex is raising it up 125.
I feel like Rex should put the brown chips on top to start a second layer. Like you got to build a foundation, but it's only good if you got to build up, right? This is New York. Poker tournaments are basically New York City. You build up. You buy airspace. The airspace above my chip stack is very profitable.
Yep. You want to just build to your chin.
Build to your chin. Gin cards and build to your chin.
Chin cards
I always
and
like
chin
those pictures where like they have like these stupid huge chip mounds like photoshopped in with like Doug Polk's face
Yeah.
peeking around the
Yeah,
side
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to look at him.
Yeah.
Like it's just so funny.
If you've ever seen, you should go on YouTube after this and watch like Jamie Gold's like Final Hand. They didn't like color up back then.
They wanted the big giant chip stacks.
It's insane. Like
Just
if
the
it was
amount
on
of
this
chips.
table, it would be if he was sitting in Mark to Mo's left hand.
Like it's just half the table's chips.
Yes.
Jamie Gold. Whatever happened to that guy? Does he still play poker?
He
mean, I'm
plays
sure he does.
5-10 on live at the bike sometimes and stuff.
You know, I will say the only guy who's really made a name for himself after winning the main event,
I can't wait to tell you who this is. Who?
Moneymaker.
Yeah.
I only
mean, a
feel
few
because
other
like
guys
he
have.
has been able to continually stay relevant without a ton of wins. Like I don't think he's won anything.
I think he's just
since then.
relevant because he's the first.
Maybe, but you got to actively do that. Like he's branded himself. He's
Yeah.
granted he had a lot of ducks get in a row there that helped him out, but still, Niko 3-handed big blind with an ace. I feel like you should be raising.
Well, Mark raised. He's just calling.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he raised. Sorry.
Well, Ace-6 is just so hard to play. Like, these are these hands where, like,
It's
you
very
have
hard to play
define
post-flop.
a 3-betting range that's not all value. I know we just went super deep there, but, like, you can't
You
just...
went super deep. I'm
you
very
can't-
shallow.
You can't just have, like, aces, kings, and queens and ace-king when you 3-bet. Like, you have to take some of these hands that are strong but don't play well and turn those in, like...
to 3 bets.
Right, like, Niko is blocking ace combinations, right? Like, he's blocking the
Yep.
ace-kings and the ace-queens. But he only has ace-6, which, like, in theory is powerful in terms of, like, oh, he has 60% and Mark has 40%.
But doesn't have a ton of
He doesn't
playability.
realize his equity ever.
Right.
And like now he just
They check. Oh no,
it's just tough.
check. Mark bets his jack on the river, and
It's almost like he's either gonna like get outplayed or outflopped.
So you don't like
Unless he flops an ace, he's probably just gonna lose.
right. So it's basically he's got a small pocket pair. Like he played it like exactly what we talked about.
Right.
You can't limp or just call there. You either got to raise or fold because
Yeah.
the playability after the flop is very difficult with ace.
It's not you just get to
Even
realize,
three-handed.
you see the percentages 60-40, but like you still have to play 3 streets of betting. You still have to realize all your equity.
Basically, unless he hits an ace, and even then you might be a little nervous about an ace 10 or an ace 9 or something, because I know you block those combinations, but you can't completely convince yourself that he doesn't have an
No,
ace
I mean
as
yeah,
well.
sometimes, but like
I feel like he could. I don't like the limp. Sorry, I don't like the call there. I like
Yeah.
the idea of either 3-bet him, change it up a little bit, put it back on Mark.
like if he has ace 10, like just call because your hand's strong enough now to play and win and you know. But like ace 6
Look at
is
this,
just
Niko
so
and Mark
hard.
again in the nightmare situation. Niko banks
So now
a 3.
Niko raises. This is where Mark has ace 9 now. It's a little bit
Yeah,
stronger. Oh, it's weird. You have to like have some 3-bets that are kind of bluffs, or else you're never going to get action
yeah.
because you're only going to have good hands. And it's not good to only have good hands, as weird as that sounds.
It's not good to always show good hands in the sense of like showdown value,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they talk about it all the time.
Like the best way to get action is to bluff. All right, Niko's folding a king 5 suited, Marky Mark with the king 6 suited. He's liking this hand from the small blind, and he's going to raise. Rex queen 7 of hearts is going to defend. And now this is where, this is all tricky spots. They have 2 pretty good hands for the blinds. All right, queen 3 deuce, that is all Rex.
Yep.
Mark's going to continue to try and take it down.
Not gonna work.
No. But again, it's going to work a lot of the time.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I don't deny the play. It's just he
yeah, he's
ran
running
into a
it.
hand.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see how Rex is going to play it.
What do you like? A call here?
I just like calling.
Yeah, I don't want to scare him away.
Not only that,
He's gonna scare him away.
he just called.
Oh no, he did call. It looked like more chips coming
did.
out.
All right, 3.
3 is not a scary card for anybody.
No, this is going to slow Mark down. Now you can go 2 ways here. You can pot control, or you can just try and take it down.
Looks like 200. Which is
That's
a
good.
good size
that's
bet.
good. It takes it down. It's just tough to get. I mean, Rex is really just hoping that. I mean, it's tough for Mark to have anything there. So 1.8, 1.8, 1.3. We are deadlocked. This is the first time in 5 hours anybody's been anywhere close to Mark and chips.
Yeah, and what's Rex at now after that little winner?
1.8, 1.8.
They're both at 1.8.
Yeah, 1.8, 1.8, 1.3.
It's super close. Hand number 91, folks.
All right, Mark's going to fold the king. Rex queen 7.
Computer hand.
Yeah.
Ooh, Queen 6. Yeah,
Back to main event winners. I mean, Raymer is still around and relevant.
Yeah, but I mean,
he
not
does
as
HBT.
relevant.
No, not as relevant.
Yeah.
He's playing smaller stakes. Now, a couple of the recent guys.
are still doing okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like, in general,
Gosh, Joe Cotta. So we were at Aria, really quick. We're at Aria, and this is Queen 7, Queen 6. What, they're chopping it up? Oh, no. The
Queen 7 is good.
7 plays.
Shows it, takes it down.
7 plays on the we're at Joe Cotta. We are at the Aria, and like to have where you have to go to get an Ubers, like the Uber, the ride share,
Yeah.
meetup place. So we're down there, and it's me, Ryan, Allison, and their friends from London, and we're going somewhere to win to play. And the guy gets in an Uber in front of us, and the guy in front of us gets in an Uber, and he's wearing a backpack, and Allison says something like, This guy just looks like a scrub or something, just like something like that. And me and Ryan just like, yeah, that's Joe Cotta. He's got like three bracelets,
Yep.
8 million in earnings, and now it's just like, oh,
Still looks like
he's
a
still a
scrub.
scrub. Yeah, exactly. Because you do see a lot of annoying looking poker players walking around with their backpacks in the middle of the summer. And,
Yep.
yeah, and then I do the same thing.
That's what happens. That's what we all do.
All right, so Rex raises the button here with King 10 off. Mark's going to defend his big blind with Jack 7 off. Ace 8 deuce. This is as dry as could be. This is where Rex should just c-bet. He doesn't, and now
Mark catches up big time. And by catches up, just takes full control of the hand.
Check, check. Now Mark is very confident he has the best hand after checking the turn. Mark will probably go for a little bit of value here. And Rex might look him up.
100,000, which is perfect.
Rex is not going to look him up. All right. So if Rex is checking the 8 ace deuce flop with King 10, he should be checking it with some aces too.
Yeah.
I know I just preach that all the time, but
Preach what?
being balanced. But it's like the number one most important thing in poker.
Being balanced.
Position and balanced.
You can't always just play the good hands.
Right. And people, I feel like people just rarely like think about that. Like think about their perceived, what's the word I'm looking for? Like perception. Like their perception
Right.
of themselves.
Their
to
table
other
image.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
Their image to the other players at
Yeah,
the table.
right.
And what are you projecting?
Right.
Right? You got to project.
You have to be
balance.
aware of
Right.
your image.
Like you can't think of a bluff that's gone bad as a bad. It's like now you're just projecting. It's you're putting a down payment on a future pot that you're going to win because the player can actually put you on some different hands versus they always put you on ace. This could get sketchy
It
fast.
could. And Mark, I was gonna say this is another 3-bet kind of hand. Mark just calls ace 5-5. Mark checked his cards, which is always a sign of strength.
Ooh, Rex, listen to me. He's starting a second tier.
Yeah.
Turn to king, which is going to be
opportunities.
Chopportunities. Nico checks.
Interested to see if Mark
9
can
ball.
bet this river or
Mark
just check call.
Mark
the
needed
river.
something under a 7 there
For what?
to win the hand. No? Nope, still over 3 on my thought processes.
I mean, we have aces and 5s with the king.
Yeah,
Mark can gonna need a 7.
yeah. Or a 5. Scare out Nico.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way he
Five
wins
to
his hand is
him
scare out
with
Nico with a 5.
So Mark does go over 300,000. Nico's gonna quick call, and they're gonna chop it up.
Yeah.
And he can be very comfortable calling with Nico's ace deuce because that's basically ace queen. You know, it's the same thing.
Yep.
They're all the same.
Exactly what I was saying a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
Chop outs.
Chopportunities.
Chopportunities.
There you go. Is Mo wearing a wig? Is that his hair? Looks pretty good.
It does. You know, he's got a full head of hair for older gentleman. There's Gio in the back. He's been wearing them orange pants for like 5
No,
years.
no, they're red. They're just now orange.
Yeah, I do. I need it better. I need it more than you do.
Blinds are still 25-50. We are three-handed, folks.
Mo just likes you better.
This is actually kind of good action for three-handed.
It is.
Sometimes three-handed
There are a
gets
lot of
saturated and
folds
fold,
and-
take it
yeah.
down.
Well, I feel like you've got Nico's kind of amped up his play a little bit. He's also been catching some better hands, but Rex and Mark are playing right at each other back and forth, especially now that they're pretty even in chips.
Yep.
Like I feel like it's really opened up what people are playing for.
Man, Cubs.
They're gone.
They gone. Joe Madden's gone.
They fired him finally.
They just didn't. Yeah.
Oh, that's what they were talking about.
They
Everybody
didn't-
said he was fired. He didn't get fired. They
No.
just didn't renew the
The
contract.
contract's up.
Right.
That's it. He ain't coming back.
They didn't ask him. He didn't
He
technically
didn't
get fired.
No.
It was just like, yeah. Now, what do they do? Just get somebody younger? Get somebody different?
Yeah, they don't know.
They need a
just-
change.
he's just stale.
You need a scapegoat.
Even though he's good,
You just need a scapegoat.
like the coach might not be better than him, but it'll be different.
All right, you got an ace 4, queen 7, and an ace 8.
So Mark
and
raised.
Mark
Nico
raised.
Call,
From the
Rex
button.
called. Gosh, all these guys, ace low card suited is prime 3 betting hands. Prime. It's so hard to win with ace-4. Three-handed, out of position. Like, how do you win?
3-bet it. Give yourself another opportunity to win.
3-bet and just take it down. Nico's never coming into the queen-7. Mark's going to be a little, I got a weak, shitty-ass ace.
All right. And the chip stacks are a lot closer now, so he
Mark
probably
doesn't
goes,
wanna take
I
a
don't
hit."
really want to get into this and give this guy a huge opportunity.
Right.
Now they end up chopping again. They don't know that, though. Rex, if you bet, you win this pot. I think he heard me. Rex,
I think Mark's going to call.
200K, he's not calling.
Mark's going to call. Want to bet?
No.
$1.
Okay, $1. Nico's out.
Darn it!
Yeah!
Thought I remembered that one.
Pay up.
Can I put it on the tab?
Put it on the tab, folks. All right, well, Rex heard me. He finally bet it.
Yeah.
He could have bet any street there and
Pre-flop,
won.
flop, turn.
And not risked giving those guys free chances to win. That was Rex's pot. Get out of my pot.
Look at this. Rex is the chip leader.
1-9 to 1-9. I guess he must be
40% and 38%.
All right, so it's a little extra.
They're around, yeah. They're rounded on there.
I don't think it goes more than like a decimal point like
Yeah.
that. Like it doesn't go like 1.42. You know. Hand number 95.
There's that
Jack
Jin,
10 suited.
the Jin card voice again.
Yeah.
And was 150?
150. 3 times big. Ooh. Yeah, Mark. Get him.
This is the hand you want to call with.
Get him, Mark.
This hand plays
Great.
extremely well.
All right, Mo. Give us an action flop here.
10 ball.
9-6-5. Not a huge action flop.
Ooh,
A lot of
check.
red cards. Turns a king. Gives
Both
them
have
both.
gutters.
Yeah, both need the other cards to make a straight. I like the side look from Mark. Did you catch that? Sneaky. And Rex is hiding behind his hand?
So I've seen a trend from Rex. He's been checking back all of his weekends. You know, he hasn't c-bet. Like 9-6-5, he just didn't c-bet with Jack 10.
Yeah.
He didn't, a couple hands earlier, he didn't, when Mark turned the Jack. And on the ace-8 deuce, he checked king 10. I don't know.
So not being balanced.
Well, if he does it with good hands, too, we just haven't seen him do it with good hands.
Good point.
Maybe he does it with good hands.
That's some next level
It
thinking.
It is a little bit next level. Guys, if you want to go from a big losing player to just a slight losing player, I got you.
Listen up, Brando.
We can get you from from losing 80 an hour down to only losing 20 an hour.
All right, Niko with the ace-8 is going to put in a bet here from the button.
200,000.
That's 4x. 4 times the blinds.
That
I
was.
just feel like
I was talking to Jordan, and he said that people were just this guy that got third in the main event at Potawatomi. Jordan got fifth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he did, and he got out ace king versus ace queen for a chip.
He had ace king or ace queen
ace king.
against ace queen. That beats.
Yep. But he said like, oh, blinds are
Oh shit!
what?
Trubisky has dislocated shoulder.
Oh, that's not bad.
I know that. What was the Mitchell? What's the quarterback?
Mitch Trubisky.
No. What was the backup?
Daniels?
Yeah, he's great.
He looked great.
I mean, he looked awesome.
Well, he had nothing to lose. Yeah, teams didn't game plan for him. I mean, it's a lot. It's easier than you think to come in mid-game as a backup and just sling it with the best defense in the league at home. Like, I'm not knocking on the guy. He had a great game. But
Yeah.
like, he's out there. He's free. Like, you know, like there's no pressure.
Yeah.
The team didn't know that he was going to play.
Right.
The game plan for Trubisky to run around and
Right.
do his little short dinks, and now you got
Opens up the field a little bit.
right. And then now he's got some confidence. He scored a touchdown on his opening drive.
Niko and Mark here.
Yeah.
So Mark opens with the king 10 from the button. Niko just calls with king jack. Let's see if if Niko checks, Mark's gonna bet it.
He is. He's got 2 overcards in a gutter. A little gutter ball. Which is plenty for
And he's a more aggressive player.
he is. He's just
Niko snap folds the best hand.
the better hand.
Yep. Anyways, you were saying Jordan got 5th in ace king, ace queen.
Oh, so this guy, yeah, but this guy was like, blinds were, let me think about this, 20, 40,000, 200,000, 400,000. And then the guy just makes it, 820, like the standard, barely over 2. And then this guy, who's in a wheelchair, was just making like 400,000. 500,000, just 5, 6, 7x these guys, and everybody would just fold. And he was just taking down pots all day. No, never. He's like, go big or go home.
Uncontested on
Yeah.
top of it.
And-
How long is a dislocated shoulder going to be out for?
No surgery or surgery?
No surgery, and we'll be back. Quotation sooner than later.
Is that Adam Scheffner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I would say 2 weeks. It's just not a throwing shoulder. He'll probably sit next week on the London trip.
God, does anybody go to those games?
It's packed. Yeah, Dapkus is going. I was thinking about going.
Wow. Yeah, but
It's Wembley.
Oh, yeah, you were saying about that.
Yeah.
Well, all right. What do I know?
They only get 2 games a year, so
They all go.
pack the stadium.
Wow, that's nuts. They were trying to get a London team, right?
Yeah, that just seems a little unrealistic.
It's just traveling is too much. You'd have to make it like the
East Coast teams.
or like do something along the lines of like they only do like Thursday night games would be the London games or something.
So
like
you get
make
an
it
extra travel day.
Yeah, you
or
get just
something.
more time to travel. Or Monday night
It's really
games.
not that far if you're flying from New York.
Yeah, it's like 7-8 hours. Right.
Right. No, like 7. But if you're going from New York to San Fran, that's still 5.
4.
4. Yeah, so it's really 3
Yeah.
extra hours. But you got the time change and all that stuff. All right, Nico on the button with something. 10s.
10 balls.
Let's see if he goes a little smaller now that he has a hand he likes. Because
Go small.
he went 200,000 with ace
no,
5. Hey,
Massive
that's
chip
fine.
stack.
Pound it. If you're going to pound it.
2 and 5 doesn't seem that bad.
It gets ace 6 out. It's probably going to get ace deuce out.
Yep. But devil's advocate here. If he'd have done like 100K, he's going to get a call from both of them.
Uh-huh.
And then it's very unlikely that there's going to be an ace in the flop, considering they both have ace garbage.
Uh-huh.
So there's 2 aces left. And then
You could just
you're going to
take
get
down-
more chips,
Yeah, you could
right?
just take
Like,
it
I
down.
feel like if he'd have made it like 120 there, he gets 2 calls. That's an extra $250,000 in chips that he wins. And really, what is he scared of? I know that it's easy to say that now that I can see that they both have that. And maybe if Rex said ace 10 or ace jack, he might have folded to a larger bet. So I guess it's kind of, tit for tat there. But I feel like you get more equity and
You do.
get better value by not betting that high.
But
Like, it's
people are just happy.
especially when
nickel
you're
and diamond and taking it down.
I guess.
It's like a fine line.
it feels like you're not getting enough value from your good hands when you bet that big all the time. And you're not making your garbage hands like Jack 4. I know you love Jack 4. Banging out
that's the station
200K.
hand.
But raising 200,000 with Jack 4, if you don't do that, you're not getting the other side of the coin, right? That's the whole point of what you're telling us about
only-
balance.
Yeah.
You're only getting one side of the coin.
Like,
And everybody knows you've got a big hand because
unless
you're only
you're-
jamming on
right.
big hands.
Like, unless you're pounding Jack 6 for 200,000.
Correct.
Then it makes the
Then you're
10s
balanced.
are okay.
Then you're balanced.
Right.
Then
But-
somebody's going to
but-
get pissed and call you and be fine. All right, Rex with 6s, under the gun. Mo missed everything there. He checked it, back around to Mark.
I'm assuming Mark raised pre-flop.
Mark is betting, yeah.
Mark opened his hand pre-flop call, and then it went 3 ways to the flop. 7-5.
Checked
7.
it to Mark.
Check. Mark's going to continue because that's what he does. And Rex is definitely going to look him up on one
This
street
is the
here.
last hand of this session.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Time
She
flies when
calls.
you're having fun.
Nico's gone. Turns to 10, which is what for Mark?
Oh, Jane. I didn't realize he had ace
Jane
10. I was like,
card.
wait, Mark just has ace high. Nope. This
So he
is
jing
Jane.
cards, and he bet the flop, which maybe would make it easier for Rex to fold. But like when you have 6s and the flop's 5-7-7, like that's a great flop for
It
6s.
is a great flop.
For 3-handed, like what are you afraid of? All right, so Mark bets out 300K into what? 900,000 pot, so a third of the pot. Rex gives him a little smirky smirk there. Says, I know who you are. You're 50% Mark. He don't have 50% of the chips. No mo. They're
So what you
super
got to ask
close.
yourself again here is like, what are you going to do on the river if you call 300,000?
Correct.
Because now the pot's going to be 1.5 million. You're going to have, they're both going to have 1.1 million behind.
No, I
So
think
you're
Mark's
really-
got 1-4 after the 300K bet. But I get you. Same difference.
Okay, There's going to be one pot-sized bet left, so you're going to have to maybe call it all off on the river. And if you aren't going to call it all off on the deuce of diamonds river, then just fold right here.
Right. What do you think about repping like the 7 or something bigger or middle pair or something? I guess you really can't rep much.
All right.
So he calls.
It's 350K actually. No, 300K.
Yeah, because you got 150 and
I
150.
gotcha.
So it's exactly 5's not a bad card, right? I mean,
No, I mean you
what
got
are
to
you
be
putting them on?
I mean,
you put Mark on either a 10.
hearts, straight draws, not really a 5. Check, and yeah.
Rex is pretty happy to show them 6s, and he's pretty disappointed himself once he sees the ace 10.
Yeah, Mark's really happy to just check back there because now Mark's like, man, you called the flop and the turn, and I don't beat a 7 or 5.
I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but literally we talked about it. If Rex would have 3-bet on the flop, pre-flop, and given himself multiple chances to win that hand, I think he continues on the flop with whatever comes out. Mark gives it up.
Yep.
Right? He doesn't see that. He never
we
sees
haven't had
that
any,
10.
We haven't had a 3-bet without aces, kings, or queens.
Yeah. So, folks, 3-bet more.
3-bet more.
Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Thursday night commentary. Go Rams.
Yep.
And what else?
That's it.
Play tight, play all night.
Yeah.
I think you're changing it to you should be 3-betting.
Yeah.
3-bet.
3-bet more.
3-bet more. More 3-bets.
If they 4-bet you, they got it. You can just fold.
Then you can fold. Give it up. Give yourself more than one chance to win. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye. You're not going to say goodbye?
No, I decided I was about to.
We'll say that bye now.
All right, bye.
Bye, everybody.